Farther to the north, there's one that we have been tracking, and that will continue to move also to the east and southeast. This is a storm that we told you was heading through West Warwick and likely through Warwick. It'll be near Oakland Beach within about 10 minutes, and then across the bay, it is going to be hitting Bristol and most likely, let's see, 23 minutes or so. So about half an hour or so until it gets to Portsmouth as well as this storm moves to the east. Again, frequent lightning possible with any of these, some heavy downpours, maybe even some gusty winds, and with some cooler air up above, can't even rule out the possibility of some hail as these showers and thunderstorms roll on through. More developing to the west. You go far enough to the west, you find even more storms back there in the western part of Massachusetts. The shower and thunderstorm threat continues for us through about mid-evening. I would say 8 or 9 o'clock this evening will be about the time that threat comes to an end, and then some gradual clearing takes place. Sunshine in the forecast. No chance of rain for us tomorrow. It'll be warm, too. We'll have more on that coming up in a bit. And there are 2 more rain threats with the potential for thunderstorms later on in the week and through the weekend. So still plenty to talk about weather-wise even after we get through the thunderstorms that we are dealing with this afternoon. We'll check in again on the storm tracker, and I'll have that full 6-day forecast. Take a look at Mother's Day coming up in a little bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Fred. 4:10 time now for...
So you didn't go to the doctor with regard to these cuts on your face. You went with regard to something else.
That was the first thing that I had addressed. I addressed multiple things while I was there.
No. Well, you addressed the lesions that you said that you had. That's what you came for. Your complaint was lesions sore. Current problem, unspecified skin lesion. That's what you went to the doctor for on June 11th.
That could be referring to what this was right here?
No, it wasn't.
Well,
you want to know why it wasn't? You want to know why it wasn't? Because what it said was that this problem presented itself 4 days prior to your coming to the doctor. He noticed 2 smaller lesions on his right inguinal area. That had absolutely nothing to do with the lesions that you went there for on June 11th, 11 days after this alleged incident, had nothing to do with the glass.
Right.
Okay. You did complain about it, and you said patient also has multiple small cuts on his face from a glass that broke 6 days ago. He has been applying Neosporin, not painful or with any discharge.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I believe it was the order of which it's written there that's off, but the picture that is right there, that's what I looked like. I addressed certain things like that and something on my neck right here after we had gone that.
If we can, and take a look at this storm that we have been tracking as it moves to the east. Right now it is moving through at least the western part of Warwick, and again it's going to move right through Cranston, and this is moving off to the south and excuse me, to the east and just south of east. We'll track this one once again and see if we have any updated information from the storm tracker as far as exactly where this thing is heading. Now it's projecting it to move farther to the east as opposed to the south and the east. More storms as you get farther up to the northwest, and as a result we are going to continue to see showers and thunderstorms for right through this afternoon and into the evening hours. Probably not until about mid-evening, 8 or 9 o'clock, that this shower and thunderstorm threat comes to an end in southeastern New England. The Storm Tracker Future Radar taking that storm, which is along the Connecticut-Massachusetts border, and moving it through the northwestern part of Rhode Island into the general direction of Providence. Notice a lot more action farther to the west here. We'll get a look at that when we widen the view just a bit. And there were some real heavy thunderstorms that moved through into western Massachusetts. They appear to be weakening some, though, as they continue to move off to the east. This front will push through, and after that happens, the weather will really quiet down by late in the evening. Look at the temperature difference between Providence and Smithfield, just a few miles to the north, but because of the thunderstorm up in Smithfield earlier, the temperature dropping to 61 degrees, and Providence still at 78 degrees, low 70s along the south coast, and some 70s in southeastern Massachusetts as well. The wind is pretty gusty right now, 15 to about 25 miles per hour when you factor in some of those stronger gusts coming in out of the west-southwest. Beautiful earlier today, and then the clouds developing and the subsequent showers and storms to deal with into the mid-evening hours. This front pushes through. After it departs, more clear sky to the west and no shot at any rain tomorrow. Notice it's still relatively mild to the west with temperatures up into the 70s from Detroit all the way back to Chicago, and that bodes well for us for tomorrow. Another disturbance moving through the northern tier states. That one slated to move through southeastern New England on Thursday, and with that may come some showers and some storms. So beautiful on Wednesday. Thursday again again, another shower and thunderstorm threat around here, still relatively mild on Thursday and on Friday. Sunshine in the forecast on Friday, and yet another system, one after the other, rapid fire weather for us this week. That one heads our way on Saturday. Briefly, it may get warm around here on Saturday, then showers and thunderstorms threaten Saturday, followed by drier weather, although it won't stay as mild for us on Mother's Day. Temperatures will be falling to readings that are actually closer to normal for this time of the year. We've been living large around here weather-wise for the start of May. 72 with scattered thunderstorms at 6 o'clock this evening. By about 9 o'clock this evening, that thunderstorm threat comes to an end. Clear skies at midnight, 58, 55 to start the day tomorrow. A ton of sunshine tomorrow morning. Temperature climbing to around 72. Some wispy clouds during the afternoon. Beautiful, though. 76 degrees, not a lot of humidity out there. 74 at 6 o'clock in the evening and 65 with clear skies by 9 o'clock. There's the Storm Tracker 6-day forecast. Thursday, again, the chance of thunderstorms or showers around here, 74 degrees. Friday, right around 70. Nice way to end the work week. Saturday is a tricky forecast as far as the temperature goes. It may again briefly get warm up to around 75, but showers and thunderstorms, or showers and or thunderstorms likely for us on Saturday. Drier weather on Sunday with a high near 62, and a bit more sunshine on Monday with a high of 63.
I think Saturday may be more like today, start off decently and then something rolls in, or just kind of a mix?
You know, I don't think it's going to be as
to northwest Connecticut as well. We would urge you to stay away from windows and stay down the lower level of your home. At this point, though, there's been a couple of folks who've wrote in saying, is there any tornadic threat? We don't see any type of turning of the wind that you would normally expect to see for any type of tornadic threat. At this point, we think it's just a straight line wind damage event that's coming out of western Mass. Once it hits the Worcester Hills, it's going to encounter a bit of a downsloping wind coming off the hill. That can tend to kill the storm, so we'll keep a close eye on them and see. They may weaken as they approach the 495 and especially 95 belt. Let's see if I can pull up that 7-day forecast for you here, and you'll see the temperatures at least are going to be very comfortable the next few days, but we're going to have to get through what will be a round of storms today. And into Friday, it looks like a nice day for us. The weekend, storms Saturday, and a nice Mother's Day. See you with more on the radar here in just a couple of moments.
All right, Matt, thank you.
That these storms are going to be making it into Mass, and they have. Now, these and back in Pittsfield in western Massachusetts, moving into the Connecticut Valley, are especially nasty. Have had a history of putting down some strong gusty winds and taking out some trees. The ones on the South Shore are ahead of the pack. They kind of are just loitering here through Brockton and back into Plymouth and Taunton and Raynham, and they're pretty good too. They're putting down some downpours, but I think the real problem area will be out through Athol and Greenfield this afternoon, and it is right now. And this is where we're watching a severe thunderstorm right now coming out of Greenfield. Let's get right to it and heading towards Athol, right on Route 2. This has been producing some gusty winds that have taken out some trees, and also intense rain with this. You could see the red indicating the downpours, vivid lightning with this particular cell. There goes a strike right there, a couple of them right near Deerfield. Now it's a reach. It's way out there on Athol and Winchendon out through Gardner, but it's moving along at a pretty good clip. And you know, there's already one that's right around Fitchburg and back into Leominster as well. Then we're down on the South Shore in Stoughton and Randolph, a heavy downpour going into Brockton here in the next 20 minutes or so. Plymouth to Taunton, that line just holding right now, and we just scooted one off of Marshfield. So your severe thunderstorm warning now pushed all the way into Worcester County. This goes until about 4:45, just another 20 minutes or so. The rest of us now under a severe thunderstorm watch, which includes both the north and south shores. So the potential is here for a strong thunderstorm or a severe thunderstorm. In this red, though, it's imminent. It will be happening. That's the difference between a watch and a warning. That's why we give you that designation. So 77 in Boston, 79 in Bedford right now, 77 in Norwood. Whenever you get a thunder shower or a shower go through, a downpour, your temperatures drop. And we're seeing that, a little case study in that right now in Taunton, about 73 degrees. That temp should drop into the 60s. Dew points are not all that humid, that high. The atmosphere isn't primed with all kinds of moisture, so downpours, yes, we'll get a few, but these aren't ones that will flood the backyard or flood your basement in like 20 minutes or anything like that. These, when you see dew points in the mid-40s, the air is somewhat dry, it means the wind is going to be strong, and I think that will be the worst part of these storms. And also, of course, the